Y'all remember when he had the cotton in his ear and he was acting like he was asleep? What did they do? They rolled him into the room to start the procedure. The brother did. Remember? The brother, his girlfriend brother, he rolled him into the room. And if you remember, they pulled out the scalpel and everything, and they rolled the white guy next to him. And what was they about to do? They was about to, for those of you who don't remember this scene or didn't understand what it was they were showing you, okay, they was about to open up both of their scalp, right? And why were they doing that? Because the pineal gland sits between your eyes. The third eye is an actual gland, and it can be removed. It can be removed. So what they were doing was they were taking his pineal gland out of his head, and they were going to place it above his right eye, so like the black guy. They wasn't going to completely remove his pineal gland out of his body. No, they were going to make him a passenger in his body. And remember, they told him that. But how were they going to do it? I'm giving you the science behind it. Well, the science is that they can remove your pineal gland. It's an actual gland. Okay, and in this gland, within this gland is your spirit, soul, and your consciousness. This is what controls your entire body, not your brain, your pineal gland, right? So remember the movie Man in Black, and the little alien was inside the guy's head? Okay, look at your pineal gland as that. You're the little alien, but you're sitting inside the pineal gland, right? And if they were to remove the pineal gland out of your body, you will lose control over your body. So meaning, if I want to be in you and I want you in me, I can take your pineal gland and put it inside my body. You're going to see what I see. And they can take my pineal gland out of my body, out of my avatar, and place it in your body, and I'll see what you see. And they showed you this in movies growing up as kids. Remember when we would watch cartoons and they would swap energies? Or what was that movie? Teen Mom or something, where the daughter, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a movie back in the day in the 90s and the 2000s where the mom and the daughter end up going to sleep and they end up swapping spirits, swapping bodies. And when the daughter woke up, she was in the mom body. When the mom woke up, she was in the daughter body. And they spent the whole movie trying to get swapped back and get in the right body. Okay, that's called conscious transfer. You with me? That's conscious transfer. Okay, so that's what they were showing you in Get Out. Now, why am I driving conscious transfer onto your brain? Because I want you to know that the people, these extraterrestrial races, that the bad ones, because the last lecture we talked about black aliens, we were talking about the Nujakians, right? We were talking about good aliens. Okay, now today we're talking about bad ones. When we're talking about the alpha draconian reptilian species, right? And I know y'all are familiar with hearing that name because they've been talking about the reptilians a lot since about 2020. It's been really a big thing, right? Okay, but this is how this works. These reptilians that came to the planet and was in the initial war where they took the land from us, took the planet from us, they are still here. Okay, Zeus, he's still here. All your original fallen angels, they are still here. But you looking like where they at? They walk amongst you inside of people, inside of bodies, inside of avatars. So these reptilians, what they do, like, let's use the Epstein. When you see Epstein, you thinking like, okay, well, he only been here 60 some years and he transcended in prison, in jail. Not true. Epstein been here since they first landed in their year of 1492. I repeat, Jeffery Epstein been here since they first landed in their year of 1492. The body that you see him in this lifetime is Jeffery Epstein. That's probably his 15th body he didn't have. Because, see, these reptilians, when they shapeshift, they can shapeshift into a human form, but they can only hold that form so long before they have to shapeshift back into full reptilian form, right? And then sometimes what they'll do is they'll create clones, and they'll shift their pineal gland, because reptilians have pineal glands like we have pineal glands. Let me explain something to you all about the pineal gland. Scientifically, it is known as the pineal gland. Spiritually, it is known as what? The third eye, right? But everything that has a spirit, soul, and a mind has a pineal gland. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. I will repeat this once again. Everything that has a spirit, soul, and a mind has a pineal gland. The pineal gland is the vessel which you really come down to this body in, right? It's the vessel that you enter into the body in, all right? If they was to remove your pineal gland, you will no longer have control over your body at all. They can remove your brain and you still are intact with the body. That's why a person can be brain dead or in a coma forever and still bounce back from that, right? People get shot in the head and still walk around surviving. But you remove that pineal gland, it's going to be like that person's just a dead body in a casket. It's not going to move. It's not going to have no glow to it or anything until you can put another pineal gland in there, right? So look at it like a light bulb. The pineal gland is the light bulb of the body, right? If you remove the light bulb, you don't have any light. You put the light bulb in, you got light in the room, right? So the reptilians and Pleiadians and these original 12 families, they do conscious transfers a lot. You might see a person and they might be Bill Gates in this lifetime, but you don't understand that Bill Gates is really an evil spirit, and that's like his 20th body he done had in the last since in the last 500 years. Because they can only stay in that body so long before the oxygen breaks that body down. Then they do what? They need another body. So what they do a conscious transfer, right? So this is what Epstein has been doing since he first came in 1492 with the reptilians and Pleiadians and the human beings, the human being families that took over the planet. So you must understand who Jeffrey Epstein really is. That's why I like to call him by his code name Alpha 1. Because these reptilian species, they go by their galactic and their code names. You have a galactic name too, but you must remember it. But Jeffrey Epstein code name, his reptilian name is Alpha 1. Right? So this is how he's able to get the position of sex trafficker for the elite. Because you have to understand, why are they even doing sex trafficking? Why are they doing organ harvesting? They talked about Epstein Island, but they didn't really give y'all the real breakdown on Epstein Island or Pizzagate and how Pizzagate led to Epstein Island and what Epstein Island really was and who Jeffrey Epstein really is and why are they even doing the things they're doing, right? Because you got to think, the average person, let's talk about the human being race. The average human would never be able to sex traffic millions of children and women. They would never be able to do that. You have to be inhuman to do something like that, right? This is why when a person hears things like that, you look at it as a very evil deed. Or you say, what type of monster was he? Exactly, right? Or if you see a serial killer when they like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's based on a real serial killer. And he really was cutting people's body parts off, dismembering them. And like he was really Leatherface, he was really skinning the face and the flesh off his victims and wearing their faces around for real. That's not just a movie. When you hear stuff like that, or like Jeffrey Dahmer, where he was after he murdered his victim, then what would he do? He would pickle their body parts like pig feet or something. He would have arms. When they went into the house, they found arms in jars, toes, fingers, all different type of body parts, genitals and body parts, and he would. Different days, he would eat different body parts. He would cook them and eat them. He literally had people body parts in the refrigerator the same way you had your rib eye. See what I'm saying? You got rib eye in there. You got this, you got that, right? That's how he had body parts. And when you hear those type of stories, you be like, what type of monster could do something like that? Well, you have to understand, right? You're dealing with real monsters. You're dealing with individuals that are actual devils. And it's just the body. They found the body to live through. They found the vessel to live through. People are not aware that devils walk around amongst you in real lifetime. Fallen angels walk amongst you in the flesh, for real. These reptilian species, the reptilian species is a real species. This is how they are able to do the things they doing because they are not human. So when you like, oh well, he has to be a monster to do something like that. Exactly, you're dealing with a evil extraterrestrial race. That's what you're dealing with when you were dealing with an Epstein. So I'm saying you're dealing with an actual sex trafficking scout, meaning this was his role and his position amongst them. You got to understand, how was he able to lure so many people? Because he was shapeshift. He was shapeshift to look like somebody's mom, look like somebody's dad, look like somebody's school teacher, innocent elderly lady walking down the street. You see what I'm saying? You got to also understand that with the sex trafficking thing, they actually kidnap babies from hospitals and all that. That's a real thing. How many babies go missing from hospitals and they don't report this to the public? Because they don't want you to know what's going on. Because of how the public would react to stuff like that. They do all this in real life time. That's why I say you got to understand the power of shape-shifting. We talking about real esoteric facts right now. the things they want you to. Peace to the gods and goddesses of the planet God. Peace, meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Peace to all the high vibration human beings. Peace to the ancestors for working through me. If you wish to see this full video, please head over to our official online website, www.theuci.online, and click on the video tab. Also, you can click, the shortcut to this video is to click the link below. It will be in the pinned comment in the comment section below. You can click the link and it will take you directly to this video so that you can watch this full video. Please be sure to continue to spread the message via social media using hashtags on TikTok, Rashad Jamal, hashtag free Rashad Jamal. Be sure to continue. Thank you for everyone that's donating to the university and for those who are subscribing to the online website. And to purchase official crystals, please visit the website as well. I love you all. I'll be home soon. Now we rise. I leave as I come. Ashe.